I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yep.
Morning, Miss Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Well, hello.
Excuse me.
You having problems?
Gotta need new chairs, better rollers.
All right, I'll make a motion. The Board of Commissioners approves the September 12th, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina? Yes. Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do some project updates, and then I have one thing that I'll need to talk about in an exec session just for a second about security.
Okay, thank you.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Hey.
Morning.
Poor Bruce. We're going to go into executive session. We got to go outside for a minute.
After I do my project updates real quick.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that okay?
project update. Oh.
I can't go,
I
I'm
was
a
just kidding,
retired
you said-
beekeeper.
Ah.
You're what?
I'm a retired beekeeper, and I just come out of retirement.
Okay.
You seen the movie?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's
you
good.
see the
Not a
movie.
clue.
It's good.
I thought you should watch
It's
it.
pretty good. I've
So,
seen it 2 or 3 times.
You came here to promote a movie?
No, I come here to, take care of the situations.
Oh.
Business.
Go ahead, Shannon.
Okay. On page 3 for the tax map department, the countertop's going to be installed a little bit earlier on October 24th, and they hope to move in the week of November 4th.
Nice.
So we'll be done there. Yeah, it's nice.
Nice.
Let's see, on page 4, for the Veterans Services, the flooring will be complete on Friday.
Oh, nice.
Handicap button to be installed on the 25th, and the HVAC startup will happen the week of of 9/30, which is like October 1st, kind of. And then the fencing around the AC unit is going to be installed the week of October 7th. So
What is
we're
the
going to
handicap button?
push the 88
Oh,
button.
oh, got
So
it.
you just hit the little,
Oh,
yeah, the 88
the
button.
door.
You don't
Yeah.
use that? You should.
I'm thinking about it. It's good.
So with that being said, they're going to start moving some smaller things over there as they can, and then we'll schedule a date for them to move furniture over there.
Beautiful.
So we should be good.
Nice.
Okay, and then if you go to page 6, that juvenile court, we did the final walkthrough on the 13th, which was supposed to be the final walkthrough for the punch list, but we have to go back the week of the 30th because we found lots of stuff. Still not done.
Major?
No, it's little stuff, but it's time consuming, like staining of some of the woodwork, some of the tile work still needs to be installed because they finally made their choice, but the tile took 2 weeks to get in, so they're just behind them. They're very happy with the gentleman that's installing all this, so that's
Good.
really good. But it's just, you want to be done so bad. And then, I know they do. On page 7, the Riddle Block building, the slate portion has began, 9/16, and it's still on schedule to be completed by the beginning of December. So we're good there. They just called me yesterday,
So
too.
the weather doesn't, cold, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter as long as it's not snowing or raining, but the
So
cold
Shannon-
doesn't matter.
How are we coming in as far as the project costs? Because then now we have to put the fencing around the units up top of the Riddle Block. Remember?
We were fine. That was already in there. We had to paint it.
Oh, we had to change it.
They were gonna have us put some mesh around it, but the city said I could just paint it to have it blend and we're good.
Okay, perfect.
How about that elevator?
Which one?
Well,
Riddle
aren't we
block.
still on a riddle block?
Oh, yeah.
I had to walk up those steps twice.
Sorry. I'm
You
not
need
sure
the
what's going
exercise.
I'm
They're
old.
supposed to be back, I think today or tomorrow. Claire was doing it because they needed 2 guys to replace a part. If that doesn't work, I'm already getting a cost on a new elevator.
This is not really fair to some of those employees.
Did we
Well, that-
just fix that a couple
We
years ago?
fixed it.
Yeah.
We fixed the shaft going on it. We didn't fix
Are we
anything
getting a
else.
discount on multiple elevators?
I don't know. They are on the state bid contract, so we can, but
I thought we'd get a dime a dozen or
nice,
something
wouldn't
like
it?
that, yeah.
How long would it take to get the elevator?
well, it took, I don't know. I don't want to say because I just don't know. That's why we're on
It
them. We're
took
on our rep
months
right now.
to get the shaft part
It
fixed.
could, but Hank's already got his game plan for the drug testing that they've done because they had to do it previously. And he
Yeah.
has the rights to HISA's office because they do drug testing in there already.
Okay.
We just gave him a couple more keys. So
Cool.
we're trying
All right,
to work with
thank
them.
you.
That's all I have, and then I have
Executive?
security. Yep.
Okay. In accordance with the Ohio Revised Code 121.22G6, the Board of Commissioners moves into executive session to discuss details relative to security arrangements for a public office. if disclosure of the matters discussed could reasonably be expected to jeopardize the security of the public office.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes?
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes. Take a motion to come out of executive session.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Tony?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Is there any action?
No action.
Okay, I'll go ahead and start with the resolutions. Did anyone have any questions regarding any of the resolutions before I start?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to enter into an amendment number 3 with the Portage County Recorder and COTS system.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners approves the general sewer agreement for sanitary sewer improvements to Town Square Drive, Portage County Water Resources Department, project number BR 224-05-B.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners approves the specifications and sets the bid for the partial renovation of the Portage County Admin Building for the Board of Commissioners.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to accept the proposal from Johnson's Control, Inc. and to enter in an agreement for the installation of a turnkey replacement air conditioning unit for the Portage County Courthouse.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay. I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners agrees to amend resolution number 24-0486 for an amendment number 1 for the copier equipment and maintenance with the Portage County Jobs and Family Services and Meritech, Inc.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion, the Board of Commissioners authorizes the Portage County Engineer to execute local public agency agreement number 40871, PID number 12755, with the Director of the Ohio Department of Transportation for the project known as the Stowe Street Bridge Improvement.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Shannon, thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Dan, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Just real quick update here on the Chin project. We got good news. We
Good.
received very good news, actually. We received an additional $2 million in grants from the H2O fund. That's the program
Wow.
that Governor DeWine has run.
Yes.
And so total now, with the H2O grant, we have received $3 million. All funding said and done is 8.9 mil, a little bit over. And with the new bid that we got in, which was also under
Less.
our expected,
How much less?
about $880,000.
That's a lot.
So between all of those adjustments, now we're down to roughly $1 million that would be assessed versus the original.
Wow.
I think we were estimating somewhere around $16,000 per benefit unit.
Mm.
Now we are down to roughly $3,200 per benefit unit.
From 16,000 to 3,200.
Great work, Dan.
So things have been going very, very well for us, and I think the residents of that Chin area should be pretty happy. I mean, we've
Yeah.
really tried to do our best, and
Wow.
it's still possible. Even if this project goes well, there is the possibility that they may pay nothing, depending on what the actual project costs are versus what we have. Because we also have a significant contingency budget. I think it's 500,000 in contingency costs for this project. So if we don't have to dip into that could make an impact.
Yeah.
And so just we're very optimistic about this project.
Wow, that is
That's
great.
incredible.
Yeah,
Great-
good
Great
job.
job, sir.
Yep. Thank
so
you.
Dan, just to
Appreciate it.
recap, so this is the H2O is 2 million.
Yes.
Then we got 500,000.
3 million now.
Oh, I know it's
Yep.
3 million.
Yep.
The but break down the 3 million.
Yeah, sure. The original, so we'll go down with all of the costs. So there was the OPWC, or Ohio Public Works Commission
Uh-huh.
grant, that was 500,000.
Yeah.
In fact, I could give this to you for your
Oh, yeah.
review.
You can just look at
Great.
it.
No, that's excellent. Thank you. Because I won't be able to read my writing.
Thank you, sir.
After an hour.
Wow. No, this explains it, Dan. I was just wondering, when we came to 3 million, I knew we had
Yep.
another $500,000 from the Ohio Public Works District, but I didn't know where the other 500 was.
Gotcha. Yep. So there was also the 500,000 from the ARPA grants as well.
Oh, ARPA.
So, all said and done, we had the 3 million, the 4 million, two $500,000 grants, and then the Army Corps of Engineers, which was $925,000.
Wow.
So it's substantial.
A lot of work there.
Yeah, and juggling all of these grants, even from an administrative
I
point of
can't
view,
imagine.
is
God bless you.
a full-time job in itself. But we're excited. I think we really
Fantastic. Awesome job, Dan. Thank you.
Well, it just goes to show when you said you're gonna do what you can to help, you
Yeah,
did.
and you are.
That is.
wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. All right.
Now get out.
Jackie, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great.
So my resolutions and journal entries are pretty routine, except for resolutions 5 through 9, I thought I would elaborate just a little bit because they seem kind of repetitive. They're Ohio EMA grants. So there are 5 different projects, and I thought I could just explain briefly what the projects are. So project 1 is for mobile dispatch unit. They're remodeling their current mobile command post. Project 2 is an unmanned aerial system. Project 3 is going to be an underwater rover for the search and rescue for the dive team. Project 4 is going to be what they call balloon lighting. So it sounds to me like it's aerial lighting for emergency situations. So they have supplies and they can create a lighting source if it's dark in an emergency situation. And the last one is Mark's radios. So they're going to have portable mobile radios. So those are the 5 different projects. I just wanted to distinguish between the 5 different resolutions.
Thank you.
So that's it.
Anything else? Nothing else?
Minutes.
Fire away.
All right. The Board of Commissioners authorizes Commissioner Anthony J. Battle-Minty, President of the Board, to sign the First Amendment to fiscal year 2022 Hazardous Material Emergency Preparedness Grant. Year 2 grant as prepared by the Portage County Emergency Management Agency Office and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management with no exceptions noted. Copies of this request will be kept on file at the Emergency Management Agency's office.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Right, in accordance with section 305.30K of the Ohio Revised Code and this board's resolution 21-0396 and this board's resolution 21-0878, the Board of Commissioners acknowledges and approves the county administrator's approval too. I'll make a motion to direct the auditor's office to pay process the September 12th, 2024 bills, ACH payments, wires, journal vouchers, and then and nows as applicable, contingent upon the verification of the reports as presented by the county auditor and reviewed by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to process the September 12th, 2024 budget amendments as reviewed and recommended by the Department of Budget and Financial Management.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
All right, I'll make a motion to create Fund 4270 Stowe Street Bridge Improvements for Portage County Engineers Office.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to transfer from Fund 0001 General Fund to Fund 1414 Child Support Administration.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to transfer from 1415 Child Welfare Special Levy Fund to Fund 1410 Public Assistance Fund.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to accept the award from the Ohio Department of Public Safety, Ohio Traffic Safety Office's 2025 Traffic Safety Grant Program on behalf of the Portage County Sheriff's Office.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize grant application in the amount of $45,000 to the Ohio Emergency Management Agency's State Homeland Security Grant Program for the Portage County Emergency Management Agency.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize grant application in the amount of $50,000 to the Ohio Emergency Management Agency State Homeland Security Grant Program for the Portage County Emergency Management Agency.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize grant application in the amount of $115,000 to the Ohio Emergency Management Agency State Homeland Security Grant Program for the Portage County Emergency Management Agency.
Second.
Roll call.
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
All right. I'll make a motion to authorize the grant application in the amount of $198,000 to the Ohio Emergency Management Agency State Homeland Security Grant Program for the Portage County Emergency Management Agency.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion to authorize grant application in the amount of $200,000 to the Ohio Emergency Management Agency's State Homeland Security Grant Program for the Portage County Emergency Management Agency.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Jackie. Have a good day. Is anybody here from Godwin Family Services? Now, how come the door's so closed? Are we just?
No, it's just cracked in
Yeah.
the
It
air.
keeps the, cold air in.
It's, we're not allowed to close it. Okay, I'll go ahead. You want me to do
Miscellaneous,
miscellaneous?
please.
Okay, I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of the Portage County Investment Reconciliation for the month of August 2024 as presented by the County Treasurer and County Auditor.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners acknowledge receipt of September 10th, 2024 case crime category report for arsons from September 11th, 2023 through September 10th, 2024 as presented by the Portage County Prosecutor.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners approve the August 2024 adjustments to the Portage County Water, Portage County Sewer, and Streetsboro Sewer billing accounts as reported on the adjustment report submitted and reviewed by the Department of Water Resources.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners signs the September 5th, 2024 correspondence to Don Loros releasing and terminating the special call permit and bond issued by the Federal Insurance Company in the amount of $495,000 and is being released and returned at their request as recommended by the County Engineer's Office.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners acknowledges correspondence from Victor Vigalucci, Portage County Prosecutor, on September 11th, 2024.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina? Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners acknowledge correspondence from Larry D. Jenkins, Portage County Engineer, on September 9th, 2024.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners amends resolution number 24-0420, authorizing the issuance of county procurement card to be held in the name of the Portage County Domestic Relations Court and also being issued in the name of Judge Paula C. Gilletto to be used for work-related expenses and in accordance with section 301.29 of the Ohio Revised Code and the Portage County Procurement Card Policy for Fund 0550 to read as Department Number 550.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes.
I'll make a motion the Board of Commissioners amends resolution 24-0383, authorizing the issuance of a county procurement card to be held in the name of Portage County Human Resources Department and also issued in the name of Director Tammy Soltis to be used for work-related expenses in accordance with section 301.29 of the Ohio Revised Code and the Portage County Procurement Card Policy for Fund 0018 to read as Department Number 018.
Second.
Roll call?
Sabrina?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Tony?
Yes. JFS,
We're calling her. I
Okay.
texted her like a station.
would you go ahead and read that statement, Sabrina? While we're waiting?
She's on the way up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. In response to the recent events that have spurred due to a Facebook post on Sheriff Bruce D. Zukowski's personal Facebook account, the Board of Commissioners would like to make a statement. The Portage County Board of Commissioners believes in representing the constituents of Portage County in a professional and courteous manner. Our office has received many calls from local citizens and others from around the state and nation regarding statements made by Portage County Sheriff Bruce Zukowski on a recent Facebook post. We appreciate the concerns of all the citizens and wish to clarify that Sheriff Zukowski is an elected official, therefore he is not under the direct authority of the Portage County Board of Commissioners. The personal opinions shared by Sheriff Zukowski do not reflect the views of the Portage County Board of Commissioners nor Portage County as a whole.
Thank you.
All right.
She's on her way.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am?
Do I have permission to cancel the Tuesday meetings because I did not do that last week? It will be on the 24th, so this coming Tuesday.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And then, I will probably be sending a correspondence out to the board regarding meetings throughout the rest of the year to make sure that we reach our quota.
Are we
50.
close?
We are, but, I just wanted some clarification on the week of Thanksgiving. If we would like to have a Tuesday meeting or not. I know that,
We
should.
normally do.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thursday, Tuesday.
so, and then, the week of the CCAO Winter Conference, I know we usually have
Tuesday.
Tuesday, but I believe, Commissioner Tinlin may be absent, so I didn't know if we wanted to maybe rework some things.
What?
It might be
Yeah.
okay.
We didn't authorize that vacation day.
I know, I put it in under the other papers. So you can see.
So,
Good morning.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
Yes, yes. You
Good
can have that
morning.
without Commissioner Tinley.
oh, we will still have it.
Yeah, we can have that.
Okay. I will
I'm
send
gonna
it,
zoom
I'll
in.
send it, I'll send it out.
Zoom, baby.
Just for you.
Morning, ladies.
Morning.
So how's it going?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah, it's lovely.
You got a big smile this morning. Are you in trouble or what?
Hope not.
She's not,
Good.
she's the model.
Awesome.
Yeah. Are you ready for me to begin?
Yes, please.
I will start with the June, July data report. Just draw your attention to some things that I think you might have interest in. The Portager did outreach to me on transportation and what it means for a lot of the clients that we serve. So under the net transportation category, I plan to enhance that a little bit because it's not completely reflective of all the trips that we're doing for the clients that we serve. But I did report based on some deep diving counts. We're either supporting through contract providers or our own staff driving or through what do you call them, gas cards, about 1,000 trips a month. And so we're gonna keep that data really point in time and just really be very intentional on what it's meaning for our staff and efforts to be able to connect people with to services with transportation.
Compared to last year, how are your numbers?
More.
How much more? Quarter? 10?
Yeah, I would say about 20% more. When we started out JFS, so we have 3 contract providers that support our non-emergent Medicaid transportation program. That's a federal pass-through, so it doesn't come out of our operating budget. Beautiful that we're able to offer that for people to get to appointments. And then the workforce team, we've always had a component with 2 providers to help get people to work. Our case managers started driving more to get our clients to work in training. We brought on 1 JFS driver 5-6 years ago. We now have 4 openings, so we've continued to try to meet the need. The problem is we're taking operating dollars now to fund our positions. We're hoping that through advocacy with the state, they would give us some earmarked dollars for transportation. And we do know, to no slight of public transit in Portage, it doesn't touch the 4 corners of the county.
Not even close.
Yeah, so that's not a reliable option for us when we know there's employment and training options out there, and how are we getting people there to get them off public welfare into self-sufficiency. So we strive to continue to be creative, it continues to grow. Yeah, so I just wanted to
The more
mention.
that the jobs grows,
Yeah.
the need for drivers grows. So do we have anybody up north that use our services for the jobs, retraining?
North of the county?
On the north side, my side.
No.
No, okay. Just
Or our
curious.
side,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Why,
So-
did he picked up?
I'm looking for a new job.
So I'm gonna really hone in on that and enhance that section a little bit more to have it have some more meaning for you all and to let you know what we're
Thank you.
doing. Nothing really, well, Rebecca's gonna talk about some really significant changes in her division. So public assistance, as far as data is concerned, I didn't see much there. On page 4, under the Benefit Bridge program that works under Ohio Means Jobs, we're at 55 individuals, and that's that pilot program that, again, we're working to provide wraparound supports to individuals to move off of public welfare. The story I bring to you today is we had a participant that entered the program in December of 2023, living in a sober living facility,
started employment with Venture Data, 15 hours a week, $13.50 an hour, through incentives of $500 for employment, $500 for retention. She continued to grow in that space. Moved employment, making about $16.50 an hour now at 20 hours a week, and she continues to prosper and grow through lots of
Good for her.
supports and networking. So yeah, good stuff. Our CCMEP population on page 4.2 is the 14 to 24-year-olds that we serve and do lots of wraparound for that population. We had the summer work program, year-long work opportunities, tutoring. You're gonna see a memo in a few minutes about some funds we receive from other counties. That caseload continues to grow with that population. 220 is probably around the highest that we've seen us serving that population, and to a point where, actually, I'll just talk about the memo. We have most of our services for that population funded through Family and Community Services. We do direct service, but they also do the tutoring, and we were at a place where our funds were expended here this past month, and we outreached to other JFS counties, and we were able to get, as reflected in that memo, $225,000 transition to Portage to continue to support the contract's phenomenal, but the need is great. So through advocacies, through workforce boards, and through state, we're just continuing to let them know that the demand is there. But had it not been for those two counties, we would have had to suspend that contract for a couple of months. So just wanted you to be
Good
aware
job.
of that.
Great.
Yeah. Thank you to the other two counties. And nothing else I didn't see that was significant in numbers for the data report unless you had specific questions.
No, ma'am.
No, I didn't see anything either, so.
Nothing stood out?
So, we shouldn't have assumed, and maybe we'll circle back on this flyer, but SNAP is Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as Food Assistance.
Yeah.
So, lots of changes. State of Ohio, as they interface with the federal government, has moved from being a mandatory state where those that were receiving SNAP benefits that were able-bodied were required to work in or train in a certain capacity. And so now Ohio is becoming a voluntary state. And so it means a lot of different things to the population, and this is October 1st. Additionally, the poverty guideline for SNAP benefits is increasing in Ohio to 200%. So that's a good thing for people that income qualify, that they will be able to tap into this benefit more. But the probability or possibility of people losing benefits is pretty high if they don't follow through. So Rebecca, as the administrator for the Public Assistance Division, I'd like to spend a few minutes to tell you how we're planning to communicate that to our residents, and what we're projecting to see is call volume and maybe impact of some of our residents.
Yeah, we do expect an increase in call volume just because of these changes that are coming. We are working to get a press release out, and we are going to do some communication to get out to our customers as well. The state did provide our caseworkers with some talking points, so as customers are calling in, we're trying to do this transition as we're in the last few weeks of September, moving into these October changes. I'm excited for the changes because I think it'll be a good thing. As far as case management goes, it's going to provide some more in-depth case management for the population that really wants to volunteer and go through our SNAP employment and training program. So as they're doing that, I equate it more to the Benefit Bridge program, so we're going to be able to provide those individual supportive services and meet the client where they're at and really work through those barriers with the client, which we didn't really have previously with the program. It was you're assigned to this work site, you're doing this work, and we didn't really have that case management piece with it, so this will be a good part to it. The unfortunate thing is those that don't volunteer or don't meet that work requirement in some other way will be eligible for 3 countable months of SNAP benefits within any 36-month period. So after those 3 countable months are received, whereas before we had sanctions and people could come back on and regain eligibility, that's not going to be the case anymore. It's you get the 3 countable months within that period. There are specific criteria where they can regain, but it's very specific, and they actually have to be working or volunteering for a specific number of hours before regaining that eligibility there. So We anticipate that there's gonna be a lot. We're gonna do all we can to get the information out to customers and let them know of these changes that are happening and coming. The caseworkers are all getting trained, both from the eligibility side of things and the work activity side of things. So,
How many SNAP cases do you have?
caseload.
Well, they,
wise-
yeah, cases, yeah.
Roughly.
Participants, yeah.
Participants.
Yeah, total participants is roughly between 13 and 14,000 is what we
Yeah.
see for individuals on SNAP.
Those include children, though.
Yes, so
not-
caseload wise, about 7,000, I would say.
So when you say children, it's under parents that the SNAP program goes? Because the kids, they can't work, I think it's child labor law, right?
Correct.
Something like that.
Yes.
But no, but that's, I don't quite understand.
Yeah, so there's a specific population that's required to
Mhm.
participate or work for their SNAP benefits. There's exemptions too, so if people, like parents,
Mhm.
there's an exemption there, and they wouldn't necessarily need to do the work piece of that
Mhm.
to be eligible for the benefit. But the population this really focuses on is our able-bodied adults without dependent children.
Mhm.
So that's where the big hit is gonna come for our population that falls within those guidelines.
And what's the number of all those, you just said a number, what is that number for that?
Yeah, we have roughly 250
Okay.
ABODs that fall within our
Mhm.
county. Right now, currently with the way things are, we have about 35 that are actually participating in our programs.
Mhm.
So our hope and our goal is that we'll be able to outreach to some more that
Okay.
people that really want to go through our SNAP employment and training
All
program.
right, thank you.
Yeah.
Questions on that? We did send a press release up to you for review, but, change, and it's okay. Senior Forum, we're having our annual Senior Forum. There's just to save the date, there's another flyer coming. We'll send it up through you through our publications folder. But this year, we're excited. We're gonna be partnering with University Hospital and having our event there on site at the hospital on Chestnut, October 31st. It is the same day as the mental health conference, but this is a bit of a different population. And so we have a few speakers, lots of information tables. Judge Smith and the Guardianship Board will be there. Direction Home Area Agency on Aging. We're doing some things with Park and Recs to get our senior citizens active and connected. And I think University Hospitals is gonna speak on some things. So if you have some time to come out, it would be great. They love it. We have lots of free gifts and tchotchkes and food, and so it's a good time for our seniors. So I would like to just talk briefly with you. Hopetown has lots of great participants working in their programs and in that sector. And I was out a few months back and looked at their facility and what they're doing with their garage, and they have lots of ideas with mechanics programs. But a lot of their guys and gals have opportunity to do some things with cars as far as detailing and those things. And we talked about marrying our agency with theirs and maybe creating a very small MOU where they can gain some funds in that space. And we have a fleet of about 11 or 12 cars where we could take our cars there to be detailed and washed periodically. We don't really have a formal process to get our cars cleaned and maintained, and so I think it's innovative and it helps to give those individuals some work experience and training, so.
And workforce too.
Yeah, so, as long as you don't have any objections, Ted's gonna come out next week and talk more about it, but I wanted to give you a courtesy to say this is something new and neat.
No objections.
Okay. We started a health, wellness, and safety committee in JFS. And not that we haven't been intentional and not that we don't care about our staff. We have lots of different things in play to support them, but more and more, especially in light of transportation, issues and challenges, our staff, especially in Child Protective Services, but all of our staff, that's my disclaimer, do a lot with transportation. We are placing kids sometimes 4, 5, 6 hours away in Ohio. Court sometimes, and this isn't just the only request, court sometimes will ask our workers to bring kids in for their hearings. So we're seeing our workers more and more out in the field for very extended periods of time. As always, if we get called upon in the middle of the night or after hours for emergencies, we have our workers out in the field. And while we do have a contract with our sheriff's office and our team members there are great, they tag team with us many times, it still presents risk and safety issues to our staff. So that coupled with
the post-traumatic stress and secondary trauma that all of our team members feel when they're dealing with people in crisis. This committee we established is really an open forum for staff to bring their ideas, look at ways that maybe we can build some internal processes to make our team members feel supported, to interface with risk and safety in our county too once we get the ideas rolling. But we want them to know that we hear them and that we support them and that we're as concerned as they are in that space. So I just wanted you to be aware, and I will talk more with Michelle about it in our supervision, but it does give them some voice in lots of matters.
For your staff.
Yeah.
How often, for lack of a better word, decompression do you guys do with each other, or because I mean the things you guys do and circumstances you were talking about.
Yeah.
How do you keep their heads on straight?
So we have an agreement with Insight Counseling, and it's more for triage work.
Mhm.
So in the space of child dies on a caseload, or a social worker interfaces with a very serious issue, they instantaneously can be called and we can staff that and wrap supports around our team members. We continue to lean on the Employee Assistance Program, EAP, through the county, which gives our staff 6 sessions. We have great benefits. So we mentor, we counsel, we support in that space. We have monthly supervision with our team members, and intentionally in those touch points, we're always asking, how you doing? Do you need training? How can we support you? But I mean, the culture and the work that we do, I don't think it's personally ever enough, and I don't think we should shut off the valve of just listening. What else can we do? How creative can we be? We want to retain our staff. And I know oftentimes when you're dealing with this kind of stress and there's lots of opportunities in other areas, we are vulnerable to losing our team members too. So I think it's a way to really retain our staff and be creative at the same time. So
Retain them and keep them healthy.
yeah, healthy too. So we'll bring ideas, what the group talks about before we roll things out. But we're really excited. Our first meeting, we had about 15 staff across the agency. It was open forum, show up and have lots of great ideas. And just one real neat thing about it, like when we're talking about transport, a couple of the staff have relatives that drive truck long distance, and so they're looking at some of their guidelines, like they're only allowed to drive like up to
So many hours,
11
yeah.
to so many hours, and so using some things that are already in existence to be able to say, if you're on the road this many hours, then of course we want to support you in a hotel if you're midnight or whatever. Just those kinds of things that I think we've not thought about before because we've not been in this space. I think we're now in this space that we'd like to start really talking about it. So we're excited about it. And then the last thing, I already kind of went over it to you, but thank you to Lake County and Morgan County. They were the 2 counties that contributed that $225,000 to help our budget. So we're grateful to them.
That is really pretty cool.
It is cool.
Each county that if I'm not using it.
Yeah.
And I'll go on record and say, why give the money back to the state? Let's keep it within the
That's-
county.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's what we
And
try to do.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose
But
it.
we have the tool that you can
Do that.
That's pretty good.
Kelly Jo, have we heard anything, or how's the survey coming on? You were doing it about seniors and stuff. How is that coming along?
The new AARP survey,
Uh-huh.
I believe, I don't know if it's up, but Cameron was working to put it up on your website, as far as the new age-friendly initiative. And so we have a couple dozen that have come through, but we're running it through Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So now with a press release going on and kind of blasting it in the community,
Yeah.
we're hoping we're building momentum. Senior Forum, we're gonna be intentional in having it there. PARTA has an event, so we're really trying to get it out
Push it
to
out.
get that feedback. We're excited about that.
A lot of all the emails I got, it may have been lost in the shuffle.
I'm sorry.
And you should have been the one filling it out.
You could filter it, put
I
AARP
am,
or
top of my list.
And Tony,
Ooh,
I'm still a baby,
Huh?
54. It's the
Oof.
senior survey for seniors.
What?
And, yeah.
I don't know what she's
That's
talking
right, his
about.
hearing's the first thing.
Yeah.
Chris.
No, it was not.
No,
Second
second.
So that's good. Anything else?
Very good.
Very
Thank you
good,
very
ma'am.
much.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you
Great
both.
for Beck
Thank
coming up. All right, is there anything else? If not, I will entertain a motion to recess till 11.
So
We'll
moved.
just, we don't have to have a motion, we just
We did it.
recess.
Recess,
We
recess
did
till
it
11.
already. We're
reconvene as Board of Commissioners. Any public comment?
Yes, sir, I believe we have a public comment from, Ms. Eaton.
Ms. Eaton, is that you?
Only public
Yeah, come on up and,
Okay, well, where do I just?
come on up here if you can. So if it's good trouble or bad trouble, you're supposed to tell us. So.
I am here for some good trouble. Some good trouble today in Portage
All right,
County.
please.
That's what it says.
That's it. I was just go by your shirt. So go ahead.
Yes, yes. Well, my name is Rochelle Bailey Eaton. I am a resident of Ravenna. When I moved to Portage County, I first moved to Rootstown, and Obama was president. I was the only one in Harvest Hills who had an Obama sign, and aside from some friendly ribbing from my neighbors, I felt safe, and it was kind of fun to be the only Democrat in Harvest Hills, open Democrat in Harvest Hills. In 2014, as a Democrat, I not only contributed to Sabrina Bennett, I voted for Sabrina Bennett. I went to her campaign events, and I did this as a Democrat because what I had learned in Portage County is that we were purple. We supported our neighbors, and we supported the people who best represented us. And to me, that was a Republican as a Democrat. And that's what I loved about our county. It's what I loved about living here. And, you know, I worked at Portage Community Bank. I did the banking for most of Portage County. I worked the drive-through, and I got to know everybody. And in 2016, I saw a big change. I saw a lot of division in our county. And that was hard. That was hard for me, who started to feel different. And it was also shocking to me, some of the things I heard in the bank. It was also the first time a president said he hated me. And that was hard. It was hard to hear a president say he hated Democrats. And I will say, I didn't feel safe. It was also the first time I didn't put a sign in my yard. It was 2016. By 2020, I did not even recognize our county. I just felt like this thing had taken over. And what started happening, and it began with the person who's now sheriff, who was running, began these caravans through our county with these flags and signs. And they were, some of them were disparaging against immigrants, people of color. And to me, this wasn't like to support a president. This was to show, it was to show us in Portage County who was in control. And then there were announcements made that this was Trump Town. Now imagine being a Democrat who is so committed to your neighbors, and you're being told this is Trump Town. What do you do with that? Who do you go to for that? How do you feel about that? It was hard. Then QAnon came, and I saw more neighbors go down this rabbit hole. Business people go down this rabbit hole of conspiracy against Democrats, against Hollywood. I mean, it was bizarre. But I feel like our county has lost itself. So I came here today, obviously in response to what has been said by the sheriff. Also to give my support to the commissioners as a Democrat, to say that, you know, I support the work you've done in our county. I support when you've had to say no. Don't always agree when you've said yes. But I want you to know that I support you. And my hope is after we get past this, no matter who gets voted in November, that we can start pulling back and getting back to purple, to where we all work together, where we're not divided. But I will say, I have not taken down my Harris sign out of my yard yet. I live in Ravenna, and I am protected by the Ravenna police, so I feel a little bit safer. I am hearing from my neighbors who don't feel as safe in Ravenna Township or out in the other townships. I did want to just mention that. But I am afraid if Harris were to win, I am afraid. And that's sad. And that's sad because that's coming from law enforcement. But that's a problem for another day. Today was just about coming to give my support, okay? Give my support. And that, just to continue to do the work for our county, okay? Because we're worth it. I think we have great people here, okay?
They just asked them.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me
And
speak.
you did like 10 seconds past your time.
I did.
You
I'm
did
so
great.
sorry.
No, you
okay.
did great.
Like,
You did great. Thank,
Started
thank,
babbling.
Oh,
No,
we
you, thank you,
appreciate it.
thank you for coming in. It's,
No, thank
and your
you.
sentiments are
Thanks.
totally understood. Is there anything else? I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Roll call.
Sabrina,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Tony.
Yes. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. Yep.